The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Start your journey with a Jane Bank Small Business Loan with small business loans with as little as $10,000 and up to $4 million.
The time is 6 a.m.
Where it all begins. The quest to become great. Inspired by those who went before them, these four boys dream of playing in the ISSA schoolboy football competitions.
Will he score this for Casey? Will he score? It's a shot, it's a goal!
And it's a shot, and it's a goal! And Casey has won the Manning Cup, and they will play Clarendon College in the Olivia Shield. And that's what you love to see. They may be rivals, but the camaraderie is what it's all about. Can't wait for the final.
When the bus the man, I want to watch my son play finals on CVM, you know.
But mums, you can't watch it on CVM website, man.
Score! My son score! My son score! My son score! My son score!
Greatness begins here.
Me, I'm super fly, super duper fly, super duper fly. Me, I'm super fly, super duper fly, super duper fly. Me, I'm super fly, super duper fly, super duper fly. Me, I'm super fly. When the rain hits my window, I take it. Me some, me and Timberland, ooh, we sang a jangle. We so tight that you get our styles tangled. Sway your do-si-do like you loco. Can we get kinky tonight like Coco? So, you wanna play with my yo-yo? I smoke my on the D-Lo. I can't stand her. It's my window. I can't stand her. It's my window. I can't
stand the rain.
Couldn't choose a better song.
Listen, man.
Could not choose a better song.
The only other song you could choose. The storm is over.
Yes.
You know, I can see the sunrise.
Yes.
I can see the sunrise, and I'm hoping that you can see the sunrise.
Good morning, everybody.
A very, very good morning to you this morning. What a morning. It is usually the hump day, and it's really a hump day.
It is. It's really also the morning after.
The morning
which
after.
Is, you know, we were just chit-chatting before, and good morning to everybody who is tuned in this morning, whether you're seeing us via YouTube or watching us from wherever you are.
On your phones.
It is just, you know, we were coming here today and we were saying how just to get here this morning, you can feel the weight of this day.
Yes.
It's on us. The weight is on us for sure. And we know that you are feeling it also. But we are going to do our best to try and uplift you and just keep you informed on what's happening and just, get through this morning.
I'm going to get through. You know, the active word is through.
Yes.
Let's think about the word through. Every time you think about whatever it is that is coming at you, through. We're going through. This morning when I left out, pitch darkness, complete darkness. And then now I had to check my tires. You know, when you feel that like something not really right. And when I came outside the car on the road, I looked left, right, north, south, darkness.
It was crazy.
Me and the flashlight from my phone, just checking the tires.
No, but we called each other because I was like, I think I'm in a car, I'm going to see one vehicle, and here I see, I want to see one car.
Yeah, no, listen. As Tammy said, I was saying, no, where is everybody?
Yeah.
And usually I'm complaining about traffic. You know?
Yes,
you know
but also it made, even just this morning, I was like, wow, street lights are more important than you could ever imagine because all we could see was that 10, 15 feet in front of us, so much debris on the road, many.
And fallen trees. So a lot of the roads that where I traverse usually, it's now like just like walking space.
Yeah. And we must remember, you know, like we're driving around, we're looking around, and we are for all intents and purposes, the least affected.
Yes.
And so when we are seeing the videos, the photos, the lives that happened yesterday, heartbreaking to see what is happening in our beautiful island home. Like
I saw some videos of some places in St. Elizabeth.
It's unbelievable.
Heartbreaking. I mean, Westmoreland.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know, but that's why I said it earlier, through.
Yeah.
Because whatever it is we're going to go through.
Yeah.
I have been here quite for some time.
Yeah,
I have never had this level of preparation, this extended preparation, this extended level of anxiety and fear, trepidation, buying supplies, repurchasing supplies. I know many of you who thought last Tuesday it would have been Wednesday, Thursday. I mean, here we are Wednesday again, and it just happened yesterday. I've never had that. It's unprecedented.
Wow.
And of course, it hit Jamaica. Look at the videos,
That's
right?
St. Elizabeth right now that we're looking at. And honestly, my heart.
When you're inside the home, the houses, and you're hearing the howling sound.
Very frightening.
It's very, very,
you know,
very
my
scary.
brother said something to me yesterday, because my brother, all of my family lives away, so it's except for me and Tess and my dad are here. And so we were on WhatsApp for as long as we could be, and thankfully we were able to stay on with them. And my brother said to me, because he was here for Gilbert, when Gilbert happened, I was 5 years old. You must have been. And he said to me, but he said to me, he did not realize how much of that experience he was still carrying around with him, and how that fear still was inside of him. And so him watching us from afar, he was immediately, and I thought to myself, yes, so many of us have had to live through not just Gilbert, but I think about when I see those images, the fear in our bodies still from the Ivans, the burials,
the Sandys
that we have and hold. And so yesterday when we're hearing sounds, it's not just because of this storm, it's because of all the storms we've weathered. And so there's a book called The Body Keeps a Score, and that's exactly what's happening. Like we hold that in our systems. And so seeing that yesterday, it opened up a whole other thing.
And guess what too? The other thing to consider too is that since Gilbert, there was like a long period of no hurricanes to hit Jamaica. There was a long period. And then since Ivan,
37 years since Gilbert to even this one, which is insane.
There have been numerous, and of course, we hear at the very beginning that it's going to be an active season. But we think that, it's active, but you know, it won't come, because Matthew was coming and it didn't hit us. But I tell you something, even, I must say, pray for people in Cuba. And I know that those persons in Haiti are breathing, because they might not be hit the way it was originally projected. And I'm sure they are feeling very relieved, because nobody wants to experience this level of
it's rough.
A category 5 hurricane.
Did you see Sanchez International? The airport?
No.
Merciful heavens. I don't know if we have footage of this. Here we go. It is just completely...
Whoa. Look at water.
I don't even know what word to use right now, but it's destroyed. And I was looking at this video and saying, what is happening here? This cannot be. And it just shows you again the level of destruction that has taken place across the island, and that's the airport. And you just have to look at it and you say to yourself, well, how long before we can get up and running again?
Get to normalcy.
It's just, it's frightening to think about, but we just take one foot in front of the other. Last night I saw some videos and I said to myself, it was a black river and there was rubble everywhere. And I say, how do we begin? Where do you start? And I was talking to a friend of mine and she said, one brick at a time.
One
shovel at a time. That is what you do. You just do what you have to do and keep it moving.
When I step off my bed into water, I'm like, what?
Man.
What? And there's no leak in the roof. So where's the water coming from? The water was coming from the ground. And we thought it was fixed from Beryl. When the man said, I don't know where he said.
Which man? Hail him up.
Tyler, a very good morning, Kevin. Yes, I call your name, Kevin.
Don't call him last name. No, but yesterday. I think my map yesterday, you know, because I have the same, like, I don't know, it's like it was coming through a socket.
Yes.
And then between that and then the children.
Yes.
And yeah, look for see if the old league gone.
Yes.
No, I said, I have to come and work to take a break.
Yeah.
Because my children are starting yam.
Come on.
I said, no, I said, Wayne, good luck.
No,
Man,
listen,
everything.
I think your appetite changed during hurricanes.
You never know.
I don't know, there's something about it every minute.
It's a storm belly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes, I cooked like mad yesterday. The children never eat so good in them life. No, man, it was crazy.
I know what, tell me what I keep thinking about when I look at the map, right? And it is the same thing. We heard it long before. It's going to make a turn. I mean, the turn was projected earlier to hit Kingston, then it turned Mobile. I said, oh, I'm not because Melissa want to go. A hotel, Melissa want to go. And this is the way you chose to go to the hotel.
No,
listen. Beautiful North Coast.
Listen, if we don't laugh, we'll cry. We'll literally will cry. But speaking of hotels, yesterday the Hard Rock Hotel, I thought this was so lovely, showed support by lighting up with the Jamaican flag. Look at that. That is such a lovely show of support and that they were thinking of us.
Yes.
And so many people internationally were thinking of us. It was a wonderful feeling to go through my Instagram and see so many
persons
media
praying
houses.
for Jamaica, pray for Jamaica.
Absolutely.
It was really reassuring.
I heard from people who I don't hear from in such a long time, from friends from England, in the US, all over, just checking in to see
how we are doing.
Yeah.
But you know what's a record? Drum roll.
Tell me.
I have no empirical data, but I'm sure I'm not incorrect. There is a record-breaking number of persons who are praying ever.
Amazing.
I mean, in Jamaica, outside of Jamaica, people just, let me tell you, even if you are relaxed and say, all right, we'll get through this. When you hear the sounds, that's when they say, no, Father God, carry us through.
No joke. I talk about giving thanks. I'm giving thanks to our CVM crew.
Yes.
Big up on yourself. Listen, Giovanni,
Amoy, Jordan,
Nika. Listen, all our camera people, our producers, directors, everybody. Honestly, you kept us so well informed. I mean, my TV was on. I was just able to know exactly what was going on, and it made us definitely feel informed, less alone. Nice to hear voices that we know and hear. Just thank you so much for
the job. Well done.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Amazing job.
And we forget that. Listen, it takes sacrifice.
Yes.
So many of the people who are here, I mean, obviously everybody has families, some have children. To be here, to show up for everybody is unbelievable, I see Madonna there getting ready for the mixtape. Like she will come off. Oh, that was you? I didn't see. Okay, I wasn't sure.
But it's so good. A very, very special good morning to my pastor Cornelius Brown, who celebrated his birthday yesterday.
Oh, tricky day.
He said he will never forget his birthday.
One of my best friends, Jono, happy birthday to Jono, had to celebrate his birthday. I talked to him 3 times, and then hear me now. Wayne said to me, Anna, John's birthday today. I said, no, his birthday on Tuesday. Here we know. I Tuesday. But I never know his birthday. But yes, big up to everybody who had their birthdays yesterday.
Never forget October 20th. But I mean, thankfully it's October 29th.
No, but hold on. We have a special birthday shout out from yesterday. So happy belated birthday to Renee. Region 6 Robinson, one of our Sunrise producers. She's celebrating on the shores of Miami. Definitely please bring back some of that sunshine for us, Ren. If you know Ren, she's just, full of life, full of fun, and always has a beautiful smile on her face. So happy birthday to you, darling.
Enjoy all of it, all of it.
We have a show ahead of us, guys, and we are here to, as we said, try our best to keep you informed, but also bring some of our Tamaiti magic to the morning to help us lift spirits as you no doubt head into what is the aftermath. We're all heading into the aftermath of today to assess, to see, and we just want to do our best to help you get ready for the days ahead. The weeks, the months. Here we go. But now it's time for our midweek mixtape.
Music!
To start our day. So
one good thing about music,
Yes, truly.
Not just a little, not just a part of me. Till you wipe all tears, and there's no more
Don't drop the ball.
The time by Sagicor is
Hi, I know you weren't expecting to see me here. Now you can find your favorite chicken and snacks in the same place. It's true. Come on in.
Introducing the delicious combination of KFC fried chicken and Doritos nacho cheese. The KFC Doritos Zinger, a crunch that's finger-licking good.
Everybody needs a helping hand, somebody to understand. In the end, we're all human. For people living with HIV, no discrimination. Here to support them through. Respect you as usual. Got to protect them too. When your friend or your family, somebody in your community. People living with HIV. Protect, accept, and respect people living with HIV. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Negril! The Government Services Mobile Fair is rolling into your community on Friday, October 31. Come to the Negril Beach Park, Norman Manley Boulevard for passport renewal, legal aid assistance, apply for birth certificates, road licenses, path benefits, new business registration, property tax, and NWC services. Get information on the National Housing Trust, plus free health checks and much more. Come out and celebrate the Government of Jamaica Service Excellence Month as we bring government services to your doorstep.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi. Brought to you by Grace, Singer, and IslandNet Service.
Five tips for how you can stay calm during Hurricane Melissa, especially if you live alone. Stay informed, but don't get overwhelmed. Follow the news sites that give you information on the storm. Don't follow those sites that are showing you all the damage and devastation being done, if any. Skip those over. Stay busy. Instead of concentrating on the storm outside, maybe organize a space in your home. Get rid of those clothes that you've been talking about getting rid of for so long. Clear out that junk drawer that has all that garbage and you've been telling yourself, I don't have any time to do it. Use the time now. Create a safe feeling space in your home. Maybe it's even in the bathroom where there are no windows. Maybe you bring some candles, some blankets, something that can play battery operated music so that you know if you ever get overwhelmed, you're ever feeling terrified, go into that space, light those candles, play that music, and block out everything else that's going on outside. Make a hurricane journal. You know, whether you're writing it down, whether you're recording yourself, write down and record your feelings. What's happening around you? What are you hearing? That way you're not keeping all of these emotions inside, you're getting it outside. And you know, releasing those emotions, no matter what those emotions are, could be very, very helpful for you and your mental health. Stay connected. Call somebody, reach out to somebody. Even if you don't have any close friends or family, reach out to anybody that you know. It will be so helpful to know that you're not alone, and you never know. That reach out could be the reach out that person needs to feel safe themselves. You've done the supermarket shopping, you've buttoned what you can button down, you've taped up what you can tape up, you've put your ID in the Ziploc bags, you've done everything that you can do at this time. It's not time to freak out. It's time to stay as calm as possible. We got this. We got this. 5 tips.
Welcome back to Sunrise. Listen, what a name, Sunrise. Just stop for a second and think about that. Sunrise. The sun will rise. It will and it shall rise. As the island wakes up this morning, and listen, TK, Did I say good morning to you? My apologies.
Not yet.
My apologies.
I love that, by the way, Teeks, what you did. That was so
yes, that
perfect.
was so, yes.
I didn't make it to one draw. That needed sorting out. But maybe
I
today.
did it. I found my life insurance policy.
I love that.
I couldn't find it.
I love that. I love that. Good morning. How are you guys?
We're good.
We're good. We're here.
We're good.
And we're so blessed, especially in comparison to so many people across the island. Our hearts reach out to so many children. People, the elderly who have lost property. You know what? I think one of the things that's happening now is people not being able to reach out to their loved ones, not being able to hear from their loved ones, not being able to know exactly what's happening. And so maybe you know somebody in a community, you happen to have service, maybe you can put it in our YouTube chat. You know, let us know if you're safe. We can probably say it on air, which area you're in, and then maybe your loved ones could get, get that word, because it's one thing when you're going through the situation, and then there's the support system overseas or in a different part of the island. Who just doesn't know what's happening, and it's hard. It's very, very hard.
And even for people who are in the situation to not have any access to information right now, to know where is the store? Is it what's happening, or what's the weather going to be like today? What are we looking at here? So it's really hard.
I mean, one thing I must say, I know, for example, that people trying to reach out to say people in Montego Bay, in St. Anne, having challenges. There's some people slowly getting connectivity, and we just have to say kudos to those teams who are on the ground restoring power, restoring connectivity, restoring internet so that people have that channel of communication. This unprecedented times, it's been a year. It's been a year. And this is kind of just topping it off at this time.
Not the cherry we want on top at all.
I mean, we just celebrated Heroes Day, but there are so many heroes that we must recognize. Even though those persons are part of the essential service, I can't say too much, because they have to turn up and be out there in the hospitals, the police on the road, and tell you.
Well, speaking of essential work,
oh my!
Speaking of the CVM hero at this time, let's get into the headlines.
Heroes is respelled. It's J-A-V-O-Y.
I'm telling you, one of the busiest men on the island right now. We start off with an update on the weather situation across Jamaica with meteorologist Javoy Sawyers, who has been weathering the storm all this time in Montego Bay. He's back with the latest on Hurricane Melissa. So good morning, Javoy. How are you this morning?
Hi, good morning. I got some sleep.
You got some sleep?
Well, that's a plus.
Yes, a plus.
That's a plus. I know you're in Montego Bay. We heard from you last night. How are things this morning? Just give us a feel of Montego Bay based on where you are this morning for those who probably are not connected to that side of the island.
Well, looking around, it's bare. Trees are pretty much virtually empty. I can see further than I used to, because the vegetation is just not there anymore. What I can see, flooded roadways. I see the police driving around from last night, actually, escorting persons, I believe, based on the cars behind them. The waves are still rough on the seas now. But as Melissa moved away now over eastern Cuba, expecting a drying out somewhat over the west, especially. But over the east, you can expect a few more showers this afternoon, today and tomorrow.
More showers? More showers.
But I mean, I hope the few more showers will come with few raindrops and not as heavy as we would have expected or we would have experienced just yesterday and the day before. But I want to quickly say, Javoy, that my dear sister-in-law Tracy, who is watching this morning, she's saying, Javoy made it so simple for me to understand. You did a fabulous job just simplifying it for the lay person on the street. And I too, I struggle to understand, what is this turn? Why don't continue straight? And you know what I mean? And I say, why is it projected to turn? And why will it turn? What is causing it to turn? but it turned.
Yes.
And I think they
Javoy,
explained
I
to us.
want to know just what we have ahead of us, even like in the next few days. What's weather conditions going to really look like? You said we're going to have some showers this afternoon. I think we forget how much it was raining even before this, even before we knew of any hurricane.
Saturated
we're
ground.
in that season. So I'm just curious to know what you think about what we are to expect.
Well, Melissa moving northeast, and the front that dragged her northeast, expected to extend that trough across much of the central Caribbean, including Jamaica. So afternoon showers are very likely across the eastern parishes. Morning showers, quick morning showers possible across the north coast during the mornings. But a general drying out expected across the island as the rain gradually decreases across the east and dries out much of the island to the weekend.
I know, I mean, we heard at the very beginning that this is going to be a very active hurricane season, right? And of course it ends usually November 30th. But in terms of projections, are we seeing, based on that expectation of high activity, are we seeing any
other system, you mean, like in the near future?
Yes. I mean,
please say no, Javoy. Please say no.
Please say no.
Long run. Are you hearing me?
I'm saying, are we seeing any other systems in this active hurricane season before November 30th? None? No? Check it like this.
No.
Well, the Western Caribbean is a hotbed of activity later on in the season. We've seen Matthew, Wilma, Melissa exploded in the Western Caribbean. So the Western Caribbean, especially now that the Caribbean Sea was pretty much untapped the whole season, the waters are still warm, even though Melissa may have upwelled some cold water during her track, but much of the Western Caribbean is still warm and able to support activity. And as we've approached November, we expect these cold fronts to then push further into the Caribbean. And the leftover cold front act as seeds for development. So we're not seeing anything in the midterm now, but we're still in the hurricane season. Conditions are still pretty much favorable in the Western Caribbean for development. So we'll watch and see.
So on layman's term, the cold water is better than the warm water?
Pretty much.
All right, that's how
we need to just hang a sign over the Caribbean that says closed for business. No more hurricane,
no
please.
More hurricane, That's it.
We are closed.
No more.
No, well, we'll have to just say it again, Javoy, that, you know, it's one thing to report, and you gave us such steady, comprehensive,
calm,
easy to understand information. But the other thing is that it was so calm while you were in the midst of the storm. I think people would probably think, oh, you're in studio, you're in Kingston, where we're not as badly hit. You were
So what
there
happened was,
in Montego
What happened was, yesterday when I got up, after having some winds in the night, I was concerned for where I was in Bogue that it's flood prone probably, and I'm not certain how the structure would hold up to Category 5. And I was about to hunker down and bunker down and ride it out, but then I got a call asking if I could come on air. But I thought to myself, Miss, I don't have light. What do you mean? But then, second to my safety, I thought I knew somewhere safer. I knew somewhere that definitely would have power, water, connectivity. And just as the man on the road would feel like his niche after a storm would to like walk with his cutlass and help his neighbor cut down trees, I felt that my niece was providing the information. I had it. And it doesn't make sense I stayed where I was locked off and blocked off and not provide information. So I made the trek early yesterday morning in the midst of the gusty winds to get to the tower where I knew I'd be safe and I'd have some connectivity.
Wow. No, Java, you just up the ante and all that we've been saying before. You know what I mean? Listen, we salute you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Determination, dedication, you know, unparalleled.
And you know,
Absolutely.
you've been living with this information probably a lot longer than all of us, as you've been, you know, you are a meteorologist and you're going to see, you saw this before many of us did. So I know that's a lot of stress to also carry as well.
Javoy, you know, you're there on that side. Have you seen the damage to the airport? What are your thoughts on the airport in Montego Bay?
As the sun comes up, I'm seeing extensive roof damage to the departure alone, especially from gates 1 to 7, which are you're seeing on the screen now. Extensive damage. Some of the jet bridges may have sustained damages. I'm not certain from my vantage point. The runway was flooded. Water slowly receding now. But from my vantage point, I haven't gone out yet. As I do so, I'll try to give back information on what I'm seeing. Probably have to walk. I'm not certain, you know, how accessible some of the roads are. So I'll try to get out. Some of my colleagues, we're pretty much blacked out. 3/4 of the team, we haven't heard from. Most of Mobe is without connectivity, cell service. So people up Edmund Ridge, I am sure, Bogue, pretty much cut off. We're not hearing anything from anybody.
That's tough.
Well, listen, Java, we pray for your strength, your continued strength, and we pray for those persons who are going to be charged with the responsibility to begin the cleaning up, the physical cleanup, because that is some work.
Yeah, thanks again, Javoy. That was Javoy Sawyers, meteorologist, with a final check-in, as we say, good riddance.
Good riddance
to Hurricane Melissa.
Good riddance.
We are closed.
Our weather hero definitely. I mean, some heroes don't wear capes. Some heroes don't wear capes. So thank you so much, Javoy, for everything that you did and continue to do. You know.
Oh, love that. Yeah, he was literally the eye of the storm. Like, he was just that calm
information, disseminating the information, you know, that we all needed in this time.
I'm so grateful he decided to say, you know what, let me share what I know. Let me use this, what I have, and help instead of, you know, as he said, just hunkering down and, you know, appreciate that, Javoy.
Yeah. All right. So that's it. That's what I have for you this morning in the headlines. And I'll be back, of course, at 7 a.m. for the news.
Yes.
Thanks, TK.
Thank you, TK.
Up to $5 million in free content insurance.
We've developed a free online calculator. So anybody in Jamaica, any homeowner can go on to BCIC online. You don't even have to be a BCIC customer, and it will give you a building value.
When you update your home's rebuilding cost with our online calculator, you'll get $5 million in free content insurance and up to 12 months to pay your premium.
If you're not insured, go get it now. Better to be safe than sorry.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central. Where it all begins. The quest to become great. Inspired by those who went before them, these four boys dream of playing in the ISA schoolboy football competitions.
Will you score this for Casey? Will you score? It's a shot, it's a goal!
And it's a shot, and it's a goal! And Casey has won the Manning Cup, and they will play Clarendon College in the Olivia Shield. That's what you love to see. They may be rivals, but the camaraderie is what it's all about. Can't wait for the final.
When the bus the man, I want to watch my son play finals on CVM, you know.
But mums, you can't watch it on CVM website, man.
Boy, my son score, my son score, my son score, my son score.
Greatness begins here.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
You know, it has been said, it has been repeated, emphasized, amplified, even remembered in a special way, our national anthem, which is a prayer. And I'm sure you would have recited it many times, but no, please remember it. And we are declaring it and we are praying it. Eternal Father, bless our land. But glad to have you back with us this morning on Sunrise. If ever there was a week we needed a word of divine instructions, it has been this one. As we continue to process the impact of Hurricane Melissa, this morning's Wednesday service brings a message of staying in the chaos. What does that look like? Our very own John Mark Wigan tells us.
Now, if Joshua knew to give God an appropriate amount of time, how much more time should John Mark spend with God? How much more time then? He's saying it's best you stay long enough until I find rest, until I find a peace in me that surpasses all understanding, a peace that's so overwhelming that when people get a hold of me, they say, how you so calm? How some things around you are happening so chaotic and you're not moved by it. He said, stay long enough until your soul is encouraged, until I can't wait to tell somebody else about your presence. He's saying, stay long enough until the taste of the world fades from your lips, John Mark. Until you get somewhere in my presence. Stay long enough until the addictions break. Stay long enough until you're not so easily moved by the sins that so easily beset you. Stay long enough in his presence until you're anchored and not easily swayed. Stay long enough until you're endued with power so people can see the wonders of God through you. He's saying stay a little longer until you start glowing like Jesus when he was praying in the Garden of Gethsemane. Pray a little longer, stay a little longer, stay as long until I start speaking over you. Sing as long until I start singing over you, John Mark. Stay that long in my presence. Stay as long until I'm finished blessing you. We have to live past just enough Jesus for me. You need more of him so that people can feel him in your cubicle at your workplace. Them feel something that come from your side. Them feel something in the classroom. Them say, there's something on you and I can't tell what it is. You have stayed. There's more. There's more. There's no time wasted investing in the presence of God. There's no time wasted. And if you think you've lost time, there are things that God can do in a day. There are things that God can do in a moment. So somebody is telling you, I'm busy doing this because I have to build this. And God is saying, no, you, John Mark, hear what I'm telling you. Stay with me. When they take 10 years to do it, I'll give you in a moment. If you stay with me in the presence of God. For those of you who felt like you wasted time, my God is the restorer of the years that the conqueror worm had eaten. The things that the locust had eaten. He said, I'll give that back to you. You do not lose time spending time in the secret place. For he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty until they can say of the Lord that he is their refuge But watch me. It's easy for you to say he's your refuge. What can he say about you? That's my servant. That's my son. That is my child. The one who's faithful. The one who's consistent in worship. You don't worship just until you can say all that there is to say about God. You push past that place until God can say things about you. Hey, you can build your home on my worship. I'll stay right here where I'm welcome. You can build your home on my worship. I'm gonna stay. I'll stay. I'll stay. I'll stay. You can build your home on my worship. Tell him what you're gonna do. Right. Tell him what you're gonna do for him. You can build your home on my worship. I'm gonna stay. I'll 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 stay right here. I'll stay in your presence. I'll stay behind the tent. I'll stay in the secret place. I'll stay right here. I'll worship you. I will open up my mouth. I'll stay. I'll stay. I'll stay right here. I'll stay. I'm gonna stay. I'll stay. I'll stay. I'll stay. I'll stay right here. The cloud fell. The cloud fell and closed off the door, so that the people wouldn't see the secrets that are happening in the tent. It is where you make commitments like this.
Whoa, powerful, animated, solid, sound, scripturally supported. John Mark Wigan, my brother, listen, Tommy, I don't know, you know this, so when you're cooking fish in the kitchen, right? Especially in an enclosed space, like whatever you're frying it or you're steaming. No, especially if you're frying it, listen, and if you're in there in the kitchen, if you step out to talk to somebody at the gate, them know. There's something about frying fish that if your clothes carry the fragrance,
it stays.
It stays. That's what John Mark Wigan is talking about. No, I mean, you may not like the smell, because you might say it's raw, but you like the taste of the fish. No, the same thing. So you have to stay in the presence of God, right? In the tough circumstances, and trust that when you are true, or when you have come true, you'll give him thanks. Like when the fish done and the fish nice, you say, yeah man, boy.
Everybody say, you cook that good enough.
It didn't run, but oh, fish nice.
No man, I love that message, the idea of staying. And sometimes, we have to stay in situations that are hard and are difficult.
Yes.
And even now, I think about how many people are looking around them and think, where do we begin? How do I begin?
Yes.
Where do we, and we have to find a way to now rally around each other and help each other to stay in this as we move through it, so to speak.
Listen, for those of you who are in good marriages, let me say that, good marriages, you understand that even though it's a good marriage, there are some times when you say, hey.
Oh, no, the meaning of stay.
I understand that stay. Good morning, Karen.
Good morning, Wayne. Give thanks. Thank you so much, John Mark Wigan, for bringing a message that couldn't be more timely. We love that. So stay anchored, stay steady, and remember that faith is the calm inside the storm. After the break, we'll shift from the spiritual to the practical, checking in on how Jamaica Constabulary Force is keeping communities safe as recovery continues. I think it's more fitting than ever that we say this now. Stick and
stay.
I'm staying. Now stay. I'll stay. You can build your home on my words. I'll stay right.
It's time.
Welcome to High School Pitchside. We have another fascinating episode for you.
More matches, more big clashes.
Let's talk about some of the big rivalries coming up this week.
More of your favorite features.
And trust me, you won't fall asleep in this history class.
And of course, we always want to hear from you.
Hear from your alma mater's players and coaches in Team Talk.
You know we can't leave you out. So send us your messages on social media and watch us react on FanView.
And you know we love a good little debate, right, Gio? we've got you covered all season long on High School Pitchside.
High School Pitchside, your ultimate guide to all things schoolboy football, Thursdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV. Where it all begins. The quest to become great. Inspired by those who went before them, these four boys dream of playing in the ISA schoolboy football competitions.
Will you score this for Casey? Will you score? It's a shot, it's a goal!
And it's a shot, and it's a goal! And KC has won the Manning Cup, and they will play Clarendon College in the Olivia Shield. And that's what you love to see. They may be rivals, but the camaraderie is what it's all about. Can't wait for the final.
When the bus the man, I want to watch my son play finals on CVM, you know.
But mums, you can't watch it on CVM website, man.
Come on, my son score, my son score, my son score, my son score.
Greatness begins here.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi. Brought to you by Grace, singer, and Island Nets.
Welcome back, Sunrisers. It's so good to have you with us, and I'm trusting that it is good for us to be with you too, and you're so happy that you are spending this time with us this morning. We know that in moments like these, safety and order are everything, and that means our men and women in uniform are on high alert. So, joining us this morning via Zoom is Senior Superintendent of Police, Dennis Brooks. I know that name. That name sounds...
I kind of know who that is.
Very familiar. He'll walk us through how the police are adapting operations in real time to keep everyone safe through Hurricane Melissa's aftermath. And I say a very, very, very good morning, Dennis.
Hi, Dennis.
Morning, folks. Morning. Morning.
Morning.
Happy to be on your show. Happy to be on. I've always wanted to be on this show, but not under these circumstances.
I can't bother with you.
Do you watch the show sometimes?
I try to catch it sometimes. Sometimes, yeah.
Good one. No, but that is big and serious now. We are now in the part of this hurricane where it has passed, but now we have to deal with the impact. And so I just want to know, how the JCF has shifted into full operational mode.
Yes.
What does that look like, especially in terms of emergency patrols, shelter security, and also rapid response teams?
Great question, Tammy. Actually, so even before the storm came fully upon us, we announced, that it would be a 3-phased operational response. And so there was a preparation phase, and then there was a phase of being hunkered down during the storm. And all of those came with certain attendant challenges. But now we are fully into the recovery phase now that the storm is gone. And so we are now in the earliest part of it. We are in the damage assessment phase. So we've been collecting information about damage to JCF assets. I know we've really sustained some horrible damage out there in Western Jamaica in Area 1. and parts of Area 3, that what we refer to. So St. Elizabeth is considered part of Police Area 3. Area 1 contains Trelawney, St. James, Hanover, Westmoreland. The damage has been nothing short of catastrophic. In sections of Area 1, the Bluefields police station has lost its roof. And so we've had to relocate operations to White House. We've had the Police Emergency Communication Center, which is, the where you find when you call 119 and you're redirected to Area 1, that whole section has suffered damage. So we've had to relocate those operations to Freeport. Of course, the biggest damage is in St. Elizabeth. We've seen the images in Black River. Significant flooding damage has taken place there. But a place like Shiloh Police Station, it has been completely destroyed. And you had a whole service vehicle just washed out of the station in Shiloh. And so it has been massive. In Pedro Plains, they've lost their police station. In Newmarket, the roof is completely destroyed in Newmarket. So significant damage, particularly in St. Elizabeth, where Hurricane Melissa, the eye of the storm really, really did the greatest damage. I'm looking at spaces on the screen right now. These are spaces that I've walked. These are spaces that we've been on duty, and it's painful to see the beautiful town of Black River sustain such great damage.
I often think about, when you think about a bank, when you go, you see the tellers at the front, but you don't see who's in the back office, and they do important work. Similar to the restaurant, you never see the chef. You're those who are serving and waiting. And similarly, in the JCF, I'm sure those who are behind the scenes who will not say are doing tremendous work. Even now, we are highlighting those who are on the ground, who are out there, like we have just seen on the video. So I want to big up both those who are in the back office and, of course, those who are on the ground who are doing the work. A tremendous work, a necessary job, that, none of us can do, and they are dedicated to doing it. So I want to salute them firstly. My question is, what are some of the reminders that you want to share to those at home, in homes now, as we respond to this aftermath?
One of the big reminders that I would say is don't take any big chances. We've been hunkered down, and so for the most part, people are unaware of what is actually has changed out there. So be careful when you begin to venture out. That's one thing I would say. I'd also say that now is a time when you will see the best of us as Jamaicans. But you will also see the worst of us. And when persons will see an opportunity to help, but there are other persons who are seeing an opportunity to help themselves to people's things or to people's money. And so I'm going to encourage persons to be careful, to verify the links that you're being sent, to verify the sources of donations that you're considering is channeling funds to, because everybody's going to be popping up and saying they're collecting money for this and that purpose. What I would ask is for persons to help us to prevent a fraud investigation, so that we don't get tied up in investigating someone committing larceny by trick, by strengthening your own self. So we call it target hardening. So we're going to want people to be very shrewd, very prudent in how they move resources for assistance. I would encourage people to channel the relief effort into legitimate channels, so that we're not busy chasing people who've gone and duped persons out of their money. The scammers will be out in the same way that people are going to be out to help.
Yeah, we're going to be talking a little bit about that.
And not just that, people aren't looting. We live in the digital age, so the looting isn't just going and breaking a storefront and going in. Although some of that may happen, the looting will, in large measure, be digital because we've shifted into that phase of society, and so people should be mindful of that, I would say.
I mean, well said. A word to the wise, and all those tips, those reminders, those important instructions, I'm hoping that you at home are listening and taking special care. Digitally, we have to pay attention to that even more so than we would have done before. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, we're definitely going to be addressing a bit of that as well, because as you said, the threats aren't just, vandalism, looting, all that stuff. It is that online piece.
Yes.
We've seen so many things pop up overnight about donations and all this, and we have to be so diligent about actually looking and seeing what is what. Listen, I drove here this morning, and, one of the first cars I saw was a patrol vehicle. So it was just, good to, I know you're on the ground. I know everybody's doing what they have to. I know your presence will be felt, and it gives us reassurance. So we thank you so much, and thanks for joining us this morning on your morning off of this job.
Yes.
Just remember, you have to come back on morning, okay?
Definitely.
I know, we appreciate it so much. Big thank you to our SSP, Dennis Brooks.
And Dennis, give the back office a big up for me.
Yeah, all of us here.
Yeah, definitely. I members of my staff have been at work since Friday. They've been hunkered down since Friday, and there are many others like them. Just doing the work, haven't seen their families, haven't been back home for days now. So and we have there's a lot of people who you don't see.
There is a road ahead of us, but I know you're ready for the job. So thank you so much again, Dennis Brooks, Senior Communications Strategist at the Jamaica Constabulary Force, for that very important update. TK is going to be up. Are we there already?
Yes.
With the news. TK is up next with the news. So stick and stay. Yeah. Wow. So much going on, eh?
So much.
Tremendous.
So many persons who are involved.
Of people are attacked by harmful mouth bacteria. The root cause of bad breath, gum problems, cavities, plaque, and tartar. That's why Colgate combined the best science and technology in Colgate Total. Unlike others, its superior formula fights bacteria and creates a powerful protective barrier for up to 24 hours to prevent them from coming back. Take control of your oral health with Colgate Total.
Hi, I am Beverly Brissett Lawrence, a proud breast cancer survivor, and I live to serve God and serve others. June 2022, I was told that I am diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. I did 8 cycles of chemo and a lumpectomy. As you know, healthcare is very expensive, especially cancer treatment. But the Sagicor Life Triple Protector plan I had went a far way in helping with my treatment and surgery. Based on my experience, I've introduced critical illness plan to everyone. This is a benefit that you get once you're diagnosed, once you're alive. The benefit is there for you.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi. Brought to you by Grace, Singer, and Island Net Services.
When the bus the man, I want to watch my son up play finals on CVM, you know.
But mums, you can't watch it on CVM website, man.
Boy, my son score, my son score, my son score, my son score.
Greatness begins here.
Mammogram can shape your motherhood. The Jamaica Cancer Society, helping women now. Visit the website at jcs.live. Early detection saves lives.
Man been legendary, tell them nothing about the beast ordinary. Don't size up with CVM, you know ready. Them not in a my category. Listen, man, this is Bay C, and you're in tune to CVM. See it happen.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi. Brought to you by Grace, Singer, and Island Net Services.
Where it all begins. The quest to become great. Inspired by those who went before them, these four boys dream of playing in the ISA schoolboy football competitions.
Will you score this for Casey? Will you score? It's a shot, it's a goal!
And it's a shot, and it's a goal! And Casey has won the Manning Cup, and they will play Clarendon College in the Olivia Shield. And that's what you love to see. They may be rivals, but the camaraderie is what it's all about. Can't wait for the final.
When the bus the man, I want to watch my son up play finals on CVM, you know.
But mums, you can't watch it on CVM website, man.
Boy, my son score, my
begins here.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi. Brought to you by Grace, Singer, and IslandNet Services.
This is Watch the Weather Hurricane Tips. We are in the Atlantic hurricane season. For a couple days back to back, we have experienced heavy rainfall, which resulted in flooding across the Montego Bay and the Kingston areas. This should be a clear indicator that we ought to be prepared. Replace or stock up on emergency supplies, for example, batteries for radios and flashlights, kerosene lamps, kerosene oil, and matches paired with candles. Having a generator as a backup is always a great idea. Ensure the generator is outside and is 20 feet away from windows and doors to prevent carbon monoxide poisoning. Prepare first aid kits. These are important. If you have never had an emergency kit in your home, hurricane season is the perfect time to ensure you have this prepared to manage injuries, illnesses, or any other emergencies. Painkillers are a must-have. Benadryl, any prescribed medications for medical conditions, ensure you fill them as soon as a hurricane watch is announced. If medicines needs to be refrigerated, fret not. Ice in an igloo will do the trick. Non-perishable food items is a must-have. During Hurricane Beryl, we all saw the rush in meat shops. People, it's not advisable to buy raw meat during a hurricane. Power outage is usually expected. Anything can happen where restoration of power outage is concerned. People, especially in the rural areas, might be out of electricity for a few days. I'm Giselle Mills, and those were your hurricane tips. Be safe and see you next Monday.
Watch the Weather is brought to you by
Farco, tough solutions for tough problems.
When the bus the man, I want to watch my son play finals on CVM, you know.
But mums, you can't watch it on CVM website, man.
Boy, my son score, my son score, my son score, my son score.
Greatness begins here.
Said when I wake up in the morning, I say a word of prayer. Tap, 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 tap. Yo, this is yours truly, The Image, and I'm representing for CVM. See it happen. You hear that? CVM what? See it happen. Listen, keep it locked.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Need a little
extra this Christmas? Infinity Cooperative Credit Union has the solution with our Infinity Merry Money promotion. Whether it's sprucing up your home, upgrading your car, or covering holiday expenses, we've got you. From October 10 to December 15, borrow $500,000 or more and you can be entered to win your share of $500,000 in cash prizes. Get the money you need and make your Christmas truly merry with Infinity Merry Money promotion. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Bet.
Good morning. Welcome to Morning News. I'm TK Dawkins. Acting on the advice of the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, and the Minister of Local Government and Community Development, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has declared Jamaica a disaster area under the Disaster Risk Management Act, the DRMA. This declaration took effect yesterday as the country continues to grapple with the widespread impact of Hurricane Melissa, which has caused significant damage to infrastructure, homes, and essential services across several parishes. In conjunction with this declaration, Aubin Hill, Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, has issued a trade order, which also takes effect yesterday. The measure is guided by Section 8.1 of the Trade Act, specifically the sale of goods during periods of declaration of threatened area order, which regulates the sale and distribution of essential goods during disaster periods. Prime Minister Holness emphasized that the devastating impact of Hurricane Melissa necessitates a new legislative provision under the DRMA to enhance national response and recovery efforts. The government is urging all citizens to stay informed by monitoring official communication channels for updates, advisories, and safety instructions as recovery and relief operations continue nationwide. The Jamaica Defense Force, the JDF, has initiated a call-out of the Jamaica National Reserve, the JNR, in response to the threat posed by Hurricane Melissa, which has been impacting the island. The move forms part of the JDF's wider operational response plan to support the national disaster preparedness and humanitarian assistance efforts in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. With the storm system already having brought sustained winds, flash flooding, and storm surges across most of the country, JNR personnel are being mobilized to assist in relief operations, search and rescue, logistics support, and the security of high-risk areas in coordination with the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, and other government agencies. The Ministry of Health and Wellness urged members of the public to prioritize safety and exercise extreme vigilance in and around their homes and communities. Your caution comes amid reports from the Health Emergency Operations Center of 3 fatalities and 12 injuries related to the passage of Hurricane Melissa. The cases include head and chest injuries, falls from heights, and electrocution. The ministry extends condolences to the family and friends of those who have died. They also advise Jamaicans to refrain from risky activities, including tree cutting, climbing on roofs, or working at heights, even now as we get over hurricane conditions. And that's it for Morning News. Join us again at noon for more from our news and sports desk. I'm TK Dawkins. Sunrise continues after this.
Need a little extra this Christmas? Infinity Cooperative Credit Union has the solution with our Infinity Merry Money promotion. Whether it's sprucing up your home, upgrading your car, or covering holiday expenses, we've got you. From October 10 to December 15, borrow $500,000 or more and you can be entered to win your share of $500,000 in cash prizes. Get the money you need and make your Christmas truly merry with Infinity Merry Money promotion. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Sunshine snacks, cheese post. Grab a sunshine, grab a cheese post. We are crunch on a cheese post. Mommy, daddy, little bit. Grab a cheese post. Sunshine snacks, cheese post. Grab a sunshine snack, cheese post. Some cheese in every bite, flavor in every crunch. Extra cheese, if you love it so much. Love cheese in every bite. Grab grab a sunshine, grab a cheese post. We a crunch on a cheese post. Daddy nickel pick, grab a cheese post. Sunshine snacks cheese post, flavor in every crunch. Grab a sunshine snacks cheese puffs today. Enough cheese, enough flavor.
Protecting Jamaica's borders is a key priority for the Jamaica Customs Agency. The JCA will remain vigilant and resolute in effectively fulfilling this mandate. The time brought to you by the Jamaica Customs Agency is 7:15 a.m.
Power in great moments. If you have financial needs, Chris and Charles will fix them for you. Power in great moments since 1992. Oh, we have it all. Power in great moments. Relax, you got Chris and Charles. Oh, we have it all. When you think alone, think Chris and Charles.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi, brought to you by Grace, singer and
right down him. I take him notes already. Hey, there's sunrises. Listen, now we all know the physical damage that hurricanes can bring. But what about the digital kind? From panic posts to fake forecasts, misinformation can spread just as fast as strong winds. So joining us this morning is Emma Sharp Dalton Brown, founder of CyberBright, to just break down how to stay safe, how to stay sane, and of course, how to be cyber smart through the online storm that often follows the real one. Hi, Emma.
Good morning.
Oh my gosh.
Good morning, Emma.
Jamaica. So much confusion in the last few days alone. So much, as we mentioned, misinformation as well. That we just don't know what to believe anymore. I shared an image yesterday that I was 100% sure was real. Turns out it was an AI image. Yeah. So, you know, there's all of this going on top of what we have to deal with. I just said, you know what, turn off your phone.
Yes.
We can't bother with this.
Yeah, we have to be very careful about what we're sharing. So we're going to go through a few things this morning.
Great.
That are going to come up and have started coming up from Thursday, for example. So if we start the slides. So online hurricane hazards, obviously, you know, the physical ones, but now we're going to get the aftermath for the online ones. So if we move to the first slide. So this one is about basically online Zoom. So due to Hurricane Melissa, all students must attend online class. So Thursday, Friday, they were online. It's most likely going to happen for the rest of the week, or at least into next week for some schools, maybe all. So during the Zoom classes, some students sent WhatsApp messages in group chats, making fun of the teachers, other students, being silly, right? Not realizing what they're doing. Justin, he takes screenshots of these conversations. But what could some of the consequences be, right? So these children, they don't realize, and this is, I literally looked at the WhatsApp chats in my younger son's phone. So the consequences of screenshots are, so now you've got proof you were not paying attention in class. It's unforgiving. In other words, it's out there now. So if you made a mistake and said something that you shouldn't have, not to mention at the wrong time because you're in class, it's unforgiving, right? There's a record of cyberbullying. So it is happening. People don't realize that even the smallest joke is cyberbullying because it's mean and it comes across badly. Right? You're getting into trouble with teachers, principals, and parents because if you screenshot it, anybody can share it. And you don't know if somebody's done that to you and you could have gotten into trouble. Always end up regretting it. You will always end up regretting it. And it takes a lifetime to build back trust. So if they're kids who, let's say, a teacher has trusted before, but now gets, wait a second, they did this during class and they said these things, that teacher is no longer going to trust you. Your parents are not going to trust you, right? Others get hurt, of course, through cyberbullying and other things, and it ruins relationships and your relationships between you and the person you're gossiping about, but also the reputation, your own reputation. And you cannot erase digital footprint. We have talked about this many different times, right? So what about hurricane information? Gabby is getting a lot of information through WhatsApp and her social media handles. We have all. I mean, this has been going on for days, right? So videos of the damage the hurricane has done, bulletins about when school will resume, that will start to come out. Statements about the return of power and water, that's going to start to come out. Statistics about human casualties, links to click on and donate for hurricane relief funds. Do you think that Gabby can trust this information? Do we know for certain?
That's the question.
Right, so we've been through how we check that information, right? And if she does, what could happen, right? So if we move on to the next slide, right, there's a difference between misinformation. So misinformation is, which is most of what we're spreading. Everything we are receiving in our WhatsApp, right, or on social media handles, we are forwarding. Some of us don't, but most people do. They just forward without any thought.
Forwarded many times.
Right, so that is misinformation. They really genuinely think that it's okay.
Right.
But the problem is it could be a storm from 4 years ago. It could be a storm from 2 years ago. It could be AI generated.
Yes.
Right, and then there's disinformation. You know it's not true, but you say it anyway. And we have to be really careful about links, especially. There's going to be a lot of funds. Please make sure, everyone, that it is a legitimate fund. Right, so what about the mental health? Since the hurricane has hit, Justin has spent a lot more time online than usual. And this is going to happen, especially as they're home, they're not at school. The rules of school don't apply.
Right.
Even though they do, they don't really at home. Right? In fact, he now keeps his electronic devices in his room, stays up all night, the anxiety is there. Right?
Listen.
Okay, he's playing video games, chatting with strangers, and scrolling on TikTok. Do you think these could be detrimental, right? Are there consequences to his well-being? Do you think there could be?
I think so.
Right, so we have to monitor that even more. Yes, we're dealing with the destruction of the hurricane, but please understand that a lot is going to happen to our children if we're not careful. So what could these be, right? If we move on to the next slide, right? So Roblox has predators posing as children.
Dangerous.
Please remember that. We've been through this before, but this is just to sort of put it back into our brains. Instagram pushes unachievable beauty standards. Okay, Snapchat encourages location sharing. Kicks, which is another social media chat app, their anonymity makes it one of the least safe apps. YouTube can lead you to inappropriate content, and TikTok can expose you to videos with self-harm and suicide. We do have to be super careful about what's happening with our children now in the weeks to come. And then that habit starts forming again. It's okay.
We're taking our eyes off of them.
Right, they're depressed because of the hurricane. We got to let them have their device. We can move on to the next slide. Right? They've got to, we got to let them do what they want. But that can lead to more depression, right? So what is better online use? Set time limits on apps and downtime on your phone. We went through this at the beginning of the school year. This is really important. Again, the kids are at home. Allow your parents to set up safety features with you. You are the parent, right? We are the parents. We are in charge. I don't care if other parents let their children do 16 hours a day. You're my kid. You're not. Friends online must be offline friends as well. So your online friends, they've got to be the ones you know in person. Every online game must have privacy in place. Period. Right? Just avoid any disaster. Talk to parents about the online problems. Children, please, 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 please do not be afraid or ashamed, and parents, give them that grace. Don't shout at them about it. And you must not chat with those you don't know personally. So this is all just a reminder, and parents, we have to be vigilant, because at the end of the day, yes, the hurricane has created a devastation to this country and it's awful. But if we are not careful, the online use is going to be like what happened with COVID. And I know COVID the recovery was, a long time, but we don't know how long this is going to be, and habits form very quickly.
Truly.
Right?
Truly. Everything you said today, I can be like, oh my goodness, it's so true. The last couple of days, I've like turned away from all the I'm okaying another more time. And we've kind of let it
we have to get it back under control. Stop, play a game. We played Clue last night. Our neighbors came over and played Clue. For sure.
Yes. As always, really thank you so much for putting it together in a way that we can see, understand, and relate to, and immediately say, oh my goodness, I really have let go of the reins. I am the parent.
Thank you for that reminder too, when you made a point about, they think that, they get comfort from being online extended hours because they're depressed and they want relief, but sometimes that can lead them into further
and there's research showing that. I showed you a book this morning.
Exactly.
That it's about 10 rules that you follow, and really it's stuff that I've been speaking about, but it's actually even really good for me to read it and get that. Yes, Emma, you are teaching the right thing.
It's true. And also a reminder to everybody watching, don't be just sharing anything, especially as it pertains to links. Like, make sure that they are real, because you are going to be seeing so much of that popping up, and also spreading misinformation. Just think twice before you send something. All right, many thanks to our cyber safe teacher, Emma Sharp Dalton Brown, reminding us to think before we share, especially when emotions are high. All right, guys, after the break, we check in with the ones keeping us connected. Flo is going to be with us, so stick and stay.
Chase the Northern Lights with your Sagicor Bank credit card. Wouldn't you like to experience the natural beauty? Use your cards right, and you could be the lucky winner of an all-inclusive cruise vacation for two along the Norwegian coast to see the Northern Lights. The more you spend, the closer you are to your dream adventure. Enjoy the best rewards ever. Visit Sagicor.com for more information.
Every day starts with care. Care that's always close. Supermed Family of Pharmacies is where you go for everything you need. From your morning routine to life's biggest moments. Supermed Family of Pharmacies is always by your side. Whether it's prescriptions or household essentials, trust the care that's close to home. Super happy, super healthy, Supermed.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi. Brought to you by Grace, Singer, and
This is the Aedes aegypti mosquito that spreads the Zika, chikungunya, and dengue viruses. Search for its breeding sites and destroy them.
A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
The time by the Ministry of Health and Wellness is 7:45.
It's time!
Welcome to High School Pitchside. We have another fascinating episode for you.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi. Brought to you by Grace, Singer, and Islandnet Services.
Man been legendary, tell them nothing about the base ordinary. Don't size up with CVM, you know ready. Them not in a category. Listen, man, this is Bay C, and you're in tune to CVM. See it happen.
Employers and householders, access the Hart NSTA Trust Skills Registry today to employ trained and certified skilled professionals. The time by Hart is
7:30.
Welcome back, Sunrisers. All right, now in moments like these, communication isn't just convenience, it is literally a lifeline. And so I know many persons are grateful for the work of telecoms provider Flow, who despite widespread power issues managed to keep most of their mobile network up and even teamed up with Starlink to help Jamaicans stay connected when it mattered the most. So I'm joined by Flow's VP and General Manager, Stephen Price. Welcome to Sunrise, Stephen.
Thank you, Tommy, my neighbor. How are you doing? You good?
Good, thank you. And I hope you're doing well also. I just want to start with a general update. You know, how has Flow's network really held up across the island following Hurricane Melissa? And where are we now in terms of restoration?
Okay, I think we have sustained quite a bit of damage out in the west. In the particular parishes that you know of, right? St. Elizabeth, St. James, Westmoreland, Hanover, we had some particular challenges there. Some areas are out of contact right now, but we are still waiting right now at this point. Remember, on the North Coast, we're still on the tropical storm watch. So we are waiting for the all clear from ODPEM. And hopefully that should come soon for the utilities, GPS, Digicel, ourselves, NWC, so that we can start getting out there to do our work. I think it's easy to say that there is devastation on the Western Island, and our hearts go out to every single one of them. My first port of call, trying to make sure that all my team members are safe. We have a Mark Safe campaign for our teams, and anybody listening, watching, or in contact, please make sure you mark safe so that we know that everybody is accounted for.
Now that the storm has passed, I want to know what are some of the priorities of Flow as a country begins to recover?
I think it's easy to say that we are the provider of choice in terms of government, emergency service, etc. And we are making sure that we get those things up. I think the first priority for us is to ensure that people are in contact with each other. And I think from the mobile network perspective, about 72% of our customers are still registering right now online. And as you may have been aware, we just yesterday signed off after having gotten some spectrum from Minister Darrell Vaz. We are able to sign a deal with Starlink, which allows access to our customers who are outside of the cellular footprint to be able to connect for messaging only, SMS and text messaging through that means. So all they have to do is go on their phones, turn on VoLTE, voice over LTE, turn on their data, and look for the network, Flow Starlink, and then they'll be able to connect either on iPhone or on Android. So we are making it much easier. So effectively, for the places in the island which are currently out of service, they can start text messaging once they're on the Flow network. They're going to be able to start texting immediately. We're sending out about 500,000 text messages to compatible data phones to those customers to see how much they can get online. But we're making sure that they are online. As soon as we get the all clear, we'll be out in the fields, just making sure that we start the assessment over the next 48 hours to see what quick wins can be done, as well as what else is needed from a transport network perspective. Because obviously we supply, we are providers for GPS to provide, or we're providers to Digicel as well as NWC right across the island. And then we have to start the prioritization process of how do we get up our hospitals, how do we get up our health centers, how do we get up the police, emergency, ambulances. Those are top priorities for us in the first 48. Trying to get more financial services back up as well in terms of their level of connectivity. Our fixed network didn't do so well, obviously very much power dependent, but as power comes back up and GPS brings power, but we had warned at the start of this is a category 5 hurricane. I mean, all bets are off usually during that, because this was probably the second strongest hurricane that has ever made landfall, and we're thankful for life, but at the same time it has caused some havoc on the network and on infrastructure right across the island.
Yeah.
So we're going to work as quickly as possible. Tomorrow we are flying in a cargo plane with equipment, landing on the ground, and then we are sending in another one with personnel in order to help us with the restoration efforts as quickly as possible. But it is quite key. This next 48 hours is going to be quite key in terms of how we get there. But at the same time, we're making it easier for you to connect and stay messaging so your loved ones know that you're okay. I know friends have reached out to me, haven't heard from their family in Saab, haven't heard from their family in Treasure Beach. Let's see how we can get them connected and get the message out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I love the partnership with Starlink, and I love that you're holding to your philosophy of customer first, which makes me want to talk a little bit about the Flow offering of free data to customers. Tell us a little bit about that initiative.
I think the key thing is we definitely saw that the hurricane would last almost 48 in terms of just people being hunkered down. I think it was quite key for us to make sure that we gave them data, because they weren't going to be in a position, although they have resources like our product called FlowLend where they can borrow credit, etc. We knew that in some instances the credit couldn't last all the 48 hours because of the heavy usage. I mean, you probably got about 1 million videos and images just over the past 24 hours. So we made sure to give our prepaid customers. We have another offer for postpaid, just to make sure that, for instance, they are also okay as well. That's coming in the next couple of days.
Great.
But we have some offers just to make sure people can contact their loved ones overseas, right across the island.
Awesome. Beyond connectivity, I know Flow, you guys are known for stepping up in times like these, in times of need. So I just want to know what efforts are underway to support those hardest hit by Hurricane Melissa.
I think it's twofold. As soon as first and foremost, I mean, I'm dealing with my family first in terms of my Flow family. We're just going to make sure that they're okay. Whoever has lost roofs, going to try and put them up to make sure that they're okay, so they don't have those worries to deal with. Yes, it's a troubling kind of situation. We're going to make sure we take care of those. We are bringing in humanitarian goods as well on that cargo plane tomorrow, just to make sure that we start distribution. We have a joint humanitarian effort that would work with the Jamaica Public Service Foundation, the Digital Foundation as well, Sandals Foundation, to also start that effort in terms of packaging goods, packaging supplies, and getting out to the west to get to the people who need it the most. Bringing in tarps, bringing all of these things just to see how we can help our people who are most heavily hit, while we continue to restore the network across the island. But I mean, I must salute my colleagues in this journey. I must salute to Hugh Grant from JPS. I must salute Stephen Murad. They have been very much soldiers in this war, just trying to make sure that Jamaica is okay. We have some work to do. It's going to take some time. Ask for your patience.
Yeah.
No country has seen this in a while, right?
Yes.
So it's going to take some time, but believe me, we have your back, we have you covered, and we will build together, rebuild together.
Yeah. No, I love that, and I appreciate your acknowledgement of what works, what doesn't work, and that you're figuring it out. I'm happy to say that I was really, really so glad to be in touch with my family during this time, and big up to my Flow family for sure. And I know they're working their hardest to get that connectivity back across Jamaica and get everybody back in touch with each other. So thank you very much. All right, that was Team Flo with a vital update on how they're keeping Jamaica linked. So after the break, we're checking in with one of Hope Zoo's heroes. Yes, to see how our furry and feathered friends are holding up. We can't forget about them. We'll be right back.
It's time.
Welcome to High School Pitchside. We have another fascinating episode for you.
More matches, more big clashes.
Let's talk about some of the big rivalries coming up this week.
More of your favorite features.
And trust me, you won't fall asleep in this history class.
And of course, we always want to hear from you.
Hear from your alma mater's players and coaches in Team Talk.
You know we can't leave you out. So send us your messages on social media and watch us react on FanView.
And you know we love a good little debate, right, Gio?
We've got you covered all season long on High School Pitchside.
High School Pitchside, your ultimate guide to all things schoolboy football, Thursdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi. Brought to you by Grace, Singer, and IslandNet Services.
This is the Aedes aegypti mosquito that spreads the Zika, chikungunya, and dengue viruses. Search for its breeding sites and destroy them.
A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Lead like the world is watching.
Because it is. The Impact Leadership Summit brings the ultimate business advantage on November 4 at the AC Marriott Hotel, Kingston, Jamaica.
Learn from global speaker and entrepreneur Vusi Temekwa.
Leaders, hear me and hear me now. Do they understand the calling and are they God-led?
Maxwell Leadership Coach Erica McKenzie.
Oxford Rhodes Scholar and global investor David Walcott.
Investment Guru and Senator Ramon Small Ferguson.
This is where leaders rise and impact begins.
Sponsored by Creative Brands and Concepts.
The Summit.
BYD.
AC Hotel.
And Intelligent Multimedia. For more info, call 876-438-1135.
This is the Aedes aegypti mosquito that spreads the Zika, chikungunya, and dengue viruses. Search for its breeding sites and destroy them.
A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
The time by the Ministry of Health and Wellness is 7:45.
Where it all begins. The quest to become great. Inspired by those who went before them, these four boys dream of playing in the ISSA schoolboy football competitions.
Will you score this for Casey? Will you score? It's a shot! It's a goal!
And it's a shot, and it's a goal! And Casey has won the Manning Cup, and they will play Clarendon College in the Olivia Shield. love to see. They may be rivals, but the camaraderie is what it's all about. Can't wait for the final.
When the bus the man, I want to watch my son play finals on CVM, you know.
But mums, you can't watch it on CVM website, man.
Why? My son score, my son score, my son score, my son score.
Greatness begins here.
Welcome back to Sunrise. Now, while most of us were boarding up and hunkering down, the team at Hope Zoo had a different kind of responsibility, protecting some of Jamaica's most vulnerable residents, of course, our animals. You know, personally, I love to hear from the animals themselves, but the AI technology is still being worked on. So instead, we'll hear from Joey, the curator of Hope Zoo Preservation Foundation, to tell us how the zoo prepared for Hurricane Melissa and how the animals are doing this morning. Good morning, Joey.
Hi, Joey.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, Joey. You know,
Hey, how
Joey,
you
let me
guys
tell you
doing?
something. I was on my Instagram one day and then I saw you pop up and I said, oh my God, the animals.
Yes.
Immediately.
Yes.
And so I don't think many of us went there initially. And then I saw you doing all this work and I thought, my goodness, what a big task ahead of you all. Tell us a little bit about, you know, your preparation for getting the animals secured. I mean, look at this. Tell us a little bit about what that took you and your team over the last 48 hours.
Yeah, so definitely overwhelming. You know, we saw the storm coming last week, and typically whenever we see any hurricane coming, we prep for the worst. You know, just even a bad storm coming right at us. So we immediately start. Any animals are getting locked away. A lot of the bigger animals are lions, the monkeys, the camels. They all have kind of concrete hurricane-proof barns that they can quickly be secured and locked away in. But then we have countless birds, turtles, snakes, small crocodiles that, you know, we have to put in small portable cages and move them inside any type of inside buildings that we can. And we have a lot of inside buildings that are pretty suitable for most storms. But then, you know, it was on Friday, Saturday that the projected path was pretty much supposed to come almost right at Kingston. And we were trying to prep for a Cat 5 that is, you know, just very difficult. And so that's why, you know, in some of my videos, you'll see we had flamingos in the bathroom because literally our bathrooms at the zoo are one of the safest when it comes to storms, one of the safest structures, solid concrete walls, no windows. And so we had to act very quickly. And those last, I'd say Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even up until Sunday, I had an amazing team here working with me, moving animals, you know, making sure they're all food and water, making sure they're out of flood prone areas and stuff. So it was a very stressful week, to say the least, before anything even happened here.
Joey, I can't help but notice that tree behind you. I don't think it's where it's supposed to be.
No, definitely not. And we have numerous trees down. Obviously, we're just starting. My team, we have a few guys here right now. We're walking around, and first thing we're doing is we're checking animals, making sure animals are obviously good, you know, healthy, you know, we're getting them food and water. And then we're going to start checking perimeter fences, checking enclosures, checking roofs, make sure that what kind of structural damage we have going on.
Hey, Joey, I miss you being still today.
I'm sorry I couldn't bring any animals into the studio.
Joey, you know what I want to know? I mean, I see you doing all that work. I know it must be different as you compare the animals, because you treat with a bird. How you treat with a turtle
or a lion.
You know, it's very different approaches. I'm curious to find out what are the different approaches, but also I'm curious to find out if you were able to partner with the other agencies, the disaster preparedness agencies. You know, you prepare for this hurricane.
I mean, we were preparing for it. It was solely on us and my minimal awesome team here. You know, they're working around the clock. Yeah. But as the storm is approaching, I've had countless agencies, zoo colleagues in the U.S., you know, organizations in the U.S. that are already reaching out. blissfully to help with recovery efforts, with rebuilding, any type of support we need for the animals. And yeah, each of the animals had their own needs. Like, we have our lion, our 2 lions, they have these really secure concrete houses that they have to be locked in. And we had to board up some of them so there's no water blowing in. The birds, even during, like, for instance, the turtles and crocodiles and snakes, they can go days, if not a week, without food. So that wasn't a big thing. But the birds still need to get food and water every single day. And so even up until the storm was striking, I had we call it our ride out team. There's 3 kind of zookeepers that live close by that every morning, even up until she was approaching, we were meeting at the zoo every morning, going around, feeding out, making sure they got, and then safely securing everything, and then getting back home to their families.
Wow, so much to think about.
And then the aftermath, because I mean, those persons who had planned visits to the zoo.
Yeah.
We need to find out, I mean, what's going to happen now?
Also there's so many things to look at. Like, you're going to have to be looking at, what needs repairing, animals, as you said, that may be hurt. What's the road ahead of you? How long are we looking at before you guys are maybe up and running? Because you can assess the damage from where you are. What's it looking like for you?
I really can't give you a complete answer right now. We're honestly we just started kind of fully assessing everything, and we have a lot of animals to go through, make sure they're okay. So, and usually the week after these storms, it's like you're relieved, the storm's over, but then the recovery cleanup process is like just as difficult.
So true. Any way that we can all help? Is there a way that we can, I don't know, be of some use, some help? Let us know. How can people get involved? If you need volunteers, what can we do?
Yeah, we'll definitely. We'll post on Instagram once it's safe. People can get on the road. We'll post on our Instagram. Any type of donations or volunteers that can come help. Just keep an eye on our Hope Zoo Instagram page, and we'll try to keep everyone updated.
Yeah. Because Hope Zoo is a non-profit.
But generally, quickly,
and I forgot to mention the other thing is we are the main wildlife rescue, rehab, and sanctuary, and so in these coming weeks we're going to get overwhelmed with injured birds, animals that people are going to be bringing to us.
So true.
And so we're going to have a lot of injured wildlife to be caring for as well.
So true. Need support.
I guess you answered my question. I was going to ask them what can people do now what can you remind them to do to care for animals, both in the zoo and outside the zoo? Some tips. Especially this time.
Obviously, outside the zoo, everyone has their own pets. Hopefully everyone got their pets inside and kept them warm and dry. But obviously, if you're having issues with any of your pets at home, immediately calling JSPCA, calling Noah's Ark has a good emergency line if you have any emergency issues. If you have injured wildlife, you can. If you find an owl or a bird or something in your yard, you can call NEPA, you can call Hope Zoo, and we'll be there to help respond, and we can help rescue those animals as well.
Well, we know you have so much ahead of you. Thank you so much. We'll let you get on with it, you and your team, and we'll stay glued to the Instagram pages to see how we can help. Thank you so much. Our guest has been the fearless and dedicated Joey Brown. We love to know that our animal friends are safe and well as well. So there's more Sunrise coming up right after this break.
The world is watching.
Because it is. The Impact Leadership Summit brings the ultimate business advantage on November 4 at the AC Marriott Hotel, Kingston, Jamaica.
Learn from global speaker and entrepreneur, Vusi Tembekwai.
Leaders, hear me and hear me now. Do they understand the calling and are they God-led?
Maxwell Leadership Coach, Erica McKenzie.
Oxford Rhodes Scholar and global investor, David Walcott.
Investment guru and Senator Ramon Small Ferguson.
This is where leaders rise and impact begins.
Sponsored by Creative Brands and Concepts,
The Summit,
BYD,
AC Hotel,
and Intelligent Multimedia. For more info, call 876-438-1135.
Are you confident that you are the legal owner of your property? Take action to secure your property ownership. Get a registered certificate of title and become the legal owner of your property. To register your property and obtain a certificate of title, you will need to provide a tax registration number (TRN), a valid government-issued identification, a survey diagram, documentation to prove ownership, up-to-date property tax certificate, the names, addresses, and occupations of 2 neighbors over the age of 50 who are not family members and can give a declaration on your behalf. Proof that you have been in open, undisturbed, and undisputed possession of the property for 12 years or more. For further information on registering your property and obtaining a certificate of title, contact the National Land Agency at 876-750-5263 or 876-946-5263. Email asknla@nla.gov.jm or message us at WhatsApp at 876-418-5089. The National Land Agency. One agency, one goal to serve you better.
Everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi. Brought to you by Grace, Singer, and IslandNet Services.
Glad to have you back with us. From power outages to downed lines, the last few days have put Jamaica's communications networks to the test, real test. On the line, we have CEO of Digicel Jamaica, Stevie Murad, with an update on how they have navigated the winds and rains and how they are working to keep people connected and supported across the entire island. A very good morning to you, Stephen.
Good morning.
And welcome to the studios of Sunrise. I mean, people are curious, obviously, and they want to know. I want to ask, though, the first thing is, with Hurricane Melissa now here, and, well, not now here, but has left, been here. How has Digicel Jamaica shifted from preparedness to active operational response now and to protect your network and to keep customers connected?
Great question, and I guess firstly, let me say good morning to everybody in Jamaica, and the thoughts and prayers from all of Digicel Jamaica with all of our customers, but also of our friends and family of the length and breadth of the country, and in particular the west, the southwest. It doesn't seem 2 minutes since we went through Hurricane Beryl and the devastation that caused, but I know this is unprecedented. And, a huge thank you to my team who've not stopped. They've been relentless throughout the storm, and obviously to our group functions led by Marcelo and our board as well, led by Rajiv and our shareholders as well. But let me just give you a quick snapshot, because as you can imagine, this is a very moving story. Forgive the pun, but it's all about recovery, restoration, and in some cases, rebuild. So as the storm passed through, we saw roughly about and I'll split them in two, so roughly about 70% of our mobile network go offline, predominantly driven through power. Albeit there is some fibre breaks, which is why it's critical as a unified utility network. So with our partners, JPS, Flow, NWA and NWC, you would have seen us at the press conference there, but we've been working together certainly a lot more strongly since Hurricane Beryl last year. So how do we mobilise as one big unit, and how do we really get ourselves back on our feet as quickly as possible? So we've mobilised with them already. So most of our network, majority of our network, relies on commercial power from JPS. We do have 70% of our network that uses generators to keep it going as and when the commercial power goes out. It's clearly in particular from natural disasters. So Hugh and the team have been giving us great support all through last night, and now that we're in the sort of the passing of the hurricane and the sort of all clear, it's about mobilising the troops. So we already have troops on the ground in Montego Bay who've started to look at how quickly we can get some of that network back up and running. We've also been working with our transport partners, Flow. How do we fix? There's roughly about 8 big fibre breaks from if you think about Kingston West includes Southwest as well, that we need to recover them quickly, which will enable the recovery of the towers first. And I'm focused a bit on the mobile network at the moment.
Right.
And the reason I'm focused on mobile is that's the quickest to recover.
Right.
So as long as the tower's intact, the radios are intact, they may need to be realigned, the radios, to get the optimum signal. But once commercial power is there and the fibre is restored, we can light up Jamaica. From a fixed network, as you can imagine, that relies on cable infrastructure, which will be on all of the JPS poles. So if the pole is down, then generally the fixed network is down. For us, we saw about